Hey everyone, welcome to Bourbon Bites. I'm Clifton, and today we're reviewing Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion Series 5. Last year I reviewed Bardstown Bourbon Company's Fusion and Discovery Series 4. That was one of my most viewed videos, so I had to come back and review the latest release, Series 5. I'm also going to do a separate video on Discovery Series 5, so depending on when you're watching this, it's either coming out next week or I'll put a link to it right there. But today we're going to be talking about their Fusion series, which of course is their lowest price release. This is the blend of their own distillate with some older bourbons to kind of help round it out as they let their own stuff mature. So I'll put up a little chart up here showing you what they blended in this bottle, but they are using an 11-year-old Kentucky bourbon paired with their own distillate at 2 different mash bills and 2 different ages. Now, as usual, the Kentucky bourbon is unnamed, although the mash bill kind of lines up with a couple of distilleries. I don't know for sure. Maybe we'll see once we taste it which one I think it is. But leave me a comment below if you think you know which bourbon they're using to blend with this release. So of course I want to give a big shout out to Bardstown Bourbon Company for providing me this sample to review. It's about $60 MSRP if you buy it on the shelf. I think last year's release I was able to see around $55, sometimes a little less, depending on your area. Let me know in the comments which price it is in your area, but I would say about $60 is what this typically goes for, which isn't cheap. But then again, they are sourcing that older Kentucky bourbon. They're not just putting out their own distillate when it's maybe too young to release on its own. So I do appreciate that they are crafting and really blending something really cool here. And this year's release comes in at 94.9 proof. But let's go ahead and see how it smells. Oh wow. I mean, it's been a minute since I've had Fusion Series 4, but I can tell you on the nose, I think this one beats it. Because I think that one, all I got was really, really sweet up front. This one, that older aged bourbon is definitely shining through. I had a guess at which distillery they were using for that 11-year-old bourbon. I think this smells pretty nutty, if that gives you a hint to what I think it is, but this is just the nose, so maybe I'll discover a little bit more with the palate. I think in addition to the oak, there's definitely some vanilla on it. Not quite as sweet. Typically with like a younger bourbon, which I know there is some older bourbon in this, but with the younger bourbon, the first thing I get is a corn sweetness. This isn't really that. It's got a lot of depth to it. 56% of this is 4 years old, so I think it noses like well older than that, so that's always a good sign. There's a nice like cinnamon spice there too. It's working really well in the nose, and first impression, I really dig the nose, so let's see how it holds up on the palate. Cheers, guys. Wow, that is so much better than I remember Fusion Series 4 being. I think that one, it was too obvious that there was a lot of young distillate mix in. This though, man, I really do enjoy this. Still very oak forward. It brings back that vanilla that I was talking about. Again, not too sweet. I think this is showing off what they can do with the blend, and I think that's where this really shines. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe those flavors that I'm really enjoying are coming from the Bardstown Bourbon Company distillate. If so, I'm so excited to see what their older stuff tastes like. If you're someone that likes a dry oakiness with your whiskey, maybe you're a Knob Creek fan, I think this is a really, really great pour. It's a great buy. It's a great proof. 94.9, actually, I think it drinks a little hotter than that, which is, always a good thing in my book. But I mean, if this is the direction they're going, it can only get better from here because this is a fantastic release. So I'm always hesitant to recommend a release at $60 because that's the price point where there are a lot of really great bourbons. But for a new distillery to put out something so well blended, it incorporates a lot of my favorite notes with the whiskey with that vanilla and that oaky, like dark, rich oakiness. I think I gotta give this a recommendation. Sure, you could find, older bourbons at higher proof at the $60 price point, but I have yet to be disappointed with these Fusion and Discovery series. Now, like I said, we're going to try Discovery series in my next produced video like this, so keep an eye out for that one, or like I said, click the link if I've already posted it when you're watching this. But man, I'm really excited to try this one after trying this Fusion because this is a huge improvement over Series 4. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this release or even last year's release. Maybe it may seem like I'm exaggerating, but I think I'm just so shocked at how much I like this. You done good, Bardstown Bourbon Company. But until next time, this has been Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with the gaming twist. I'm Clifton, cheers, and I'll see you guys next video.